That's why.
Hey, what's happening? Can anybody see us? Hear us? I hope so, because we are live. Back live. This is not a recording. We are back live right here in Byhalia, Mississippi, with my good buddy Mark Lambert. Man, I've been so long since we've done this.
I know it, right?
Yeah, I'm excited. Let's see if I can show chat and see.
We're back on the half volume, or we half volume?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't know. We're probably blowing people out. I have no idea. I wish I knew these things. Man, it's been a minute. Through San Antonio Rodeo, through COVID,
Cook-offs.
through a cook-off. We had a wing cook-off. That went very well.
First of the Throwdown series.
First of the Throwdown series. We got a burger throwdown coming. We'll talk a little bit more about that later on. You got Houston Livestock Rodeo coming up next week.
Coming up.
Going for that 7th World Championship.
That's what we're trying to do.
That's right. We got to change the number on all your stuff. And so we're super excited to be back. Tonight we're going to have a little white chicken chili night with Maynard. Is going to show us his recipe for that.
He's already got it all. He got the beans
Boy,
they all smell good.
He pre-cooked the beans, and then he just heated those back up. It kind of like par-cooked them. And then he just heated those back up, and then we're going to start this white chicken chili and kind of add those in.
If you had never had it, it's just kind of it's a full meal deal, white bean, soup bean. You've had white beans and ham and all that kind of. This is a full meal deal, kind of like that, but more on the chili side, chili flavors with all your traditional corianders and cumins and that stuff.
And this is the seasoning Maynard made himself.
Oh, it's legit.
It's going to be nice.
And then you finish it off. Of course, if Maynard's here, there's going to be all kinds of whipping cream and cheese and
real thick, heavy stuff.
All that kind of good stuff.
Yeah.
So we've got all this. We got some bougie cheese and whipping cream to finish it off with. We'll do about everything.
John Schultz from Madison, Wisconsin is back with us. Good evening, guys. And Big Jim Hudgens.
Big Jim.
Welcome back, fellas.
Gary Castillo.
He's still at work. Miss you guys.
Yeah, man.
Andre Sabalos. I'm going to say that's some of your folks, right?
My son.
Terry Logan says, good evening from South Dakota.
Andre, we've decided your daddy is going to do Colombian night here. The next one we do, we're going to have Colombian night, and he said he's going to do oxtails.
All right. So in 2 weeks, not next week because Mark's going to be gone, we might do something. I'm not saying that me and Maynard won't do something, but the week after that, when Mark is back, we're going to do a Colombian night, and it's going to be fun. So y'all make sure to stay tuned for that.
G-Man brought this bread.
Yeah, well, tell him.
And I think it kind of it fell down a little bit. Like, it looks like a stormtrooper, mad stormtrooper or something now. Oh,
yeah, a big fortune cookie or something.
Yeah, but anyway, I think it blew up. It had a big round crown on it. But this is a very elastic, called panda yuca, and pan is bread and bread of yuca, and yuca is
panda.
It's your
steak panda.
It's your namesake.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's got a lot of starch in it, so it's very elastic and has a really kind of a curious chew to it, and it's really tasty and rich, and it's got a real curious texture to it that really just makes you want to keep coming back for more. So he makes this and buñuelos. That is a mix of a cheesy fried fritter that's amazing. So we have to snack on those, but we're going to have many other cool Colombian dishes on Colombian night. Cartel night.
Cartel. Colombian cartel. That's it, baby. That's it. Yeah. He can't even be on camera or something. We don't even know.
We'll have to blur his face out.
We'll blur his face out. They're protected. Man, I've gotten a lot of questions. Like since we've been out, I've had some questions sent to me. One guy he said, "Man, you need to talk about how you groom your beard." it looks so good on camera. I said, man, I shampoo it, I condition it, and I mean, I use some beard balm, but that's about it. But the biggest thing to do is to like take your razor, take your like shaver, go down to like a 3-guard or whatever, and just shave this. Come down with it. So
Take out them wings.
take out these wings, and then like I got a big face anyway, so you don't want anything to make it look wider. So you take out these
Slimming effect.
slimming effect.
You use Santa Maria for too.
What'd you say?
You use Santa Maria.
Yeah, and to trim the bottom, I've used a Santa Maria grill. So we had to do that. Dan Judd said, hello, Mark.
Hey, Dan.
My good friend John Hams. Looking good, brother. This is his company, Delta Soul. Y'all go check him out. Delta Soul. Makes
Here's
a great
Buck
looking
Down
apparel.
here hanging out.
Bucks say, man, I want some of that yucca. If y'all could for us, make sure to hit the share button. Like old school, if you hadn't done it already. We're super excited. In less than 3 weeks, we'll be headed to Fort Worth. We are going to do a live show from Fort Worth sometime Thursday. It's probably not going to be Thursday night, but sometime Thursday while we're setting up, y'all make sure to tune in. We might not go a whole hour or whatever, but y'all get to see and we'll go live in different times on our pages, but y'all get to see what we're doing out there in Fort Worth.
Oh, yeah.
Maynard, tell us what we got going on, son.
What's up, man? All right, so tonight we're going to do one of my favorite comfort foods, which is white chicken chili.
And luckily, it just cooled off throughout the day.
It
Yeah,
did. We had a beautiful day today. It was 70 degrees, but it's going to get down to 24 degrees tonight.
Yeah, it's dropping almost 50 degrees tonight in North Mississippi.
50 degrees.
Yeah,
This is one of the things you want to put in a cup and get on the couch with a blankie,
That's right.
yeah.
That's right.
a whoopee.
And we
whoopee.
did. Get your whoopee. We did make some. Now I made some sweet cornbread, and I had a dear friend. His name is Scooby. He's dead now, but he said that's not cornbread, that's cake. But I still call it sweet cornbread.
Hey, if you put it with something salty, it works.
Exactly.
It's a good
Exactly.
combination.
It's sweet, no, but sweet
Right.
and salty works.
Right.
And I've had some. I like it.
Yeah.
Hey, Danny Montgomery is watching. Mr.
Yeah.
Straw Hat and overalls himself.
Man,
There
One of
we
my
go.
favorite guys out there, Danny Montgomery. Big D himself.
So what we're going to do, as they mentioned, I pre-cooked the white beans. So I started them last night about 10 o'clock. About 8 o'clock this morning, I took them out of the crock pot, put them in a pot, threw them in the refrigerator. They were just barely al dente. And so when we got here tonight, I put them back on the eye, got them right.
olive oil, keep it from burning.
And so they are heated up now. I've been here for a couple hours. We've had the beans on for about an hour on low temp. And so right now what we're doing is we are melting some butter. Mark just added some olive oil. And we are about to take,
Smell
it
that,
smells
boy.
real good. So we are about to take some chicken thigh meat that I cut up. And it's in kind of cube size. I pre-seasoned it. The beans were actually cooked in chicken broth and chicken broth only. I pre-seasoned these chicken thighs. You can kind of smell that.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, yeah.
That's actually my personal chicken seasoning. And I'm fixing to dump that in there. And we're going to brown these chicken bites, I call them.
Quite possibly the best cut of chicken that there is.
I agree. You can use chicken breast. You can use any cut of chicken you want. I think thighs have a better flavor.
Yeah.
I think they have a better texture. And they definitely have a better fat content.
That's right. That's like kind
see-
of like me. I have a little better fat content.
chicken breast can dry out so
How y'all
easily.
do it?
Ashley just took his COVID medicine.
So
Man.
most of my
I'm done with that.
recipes, and I say most because there are a few that I still use chicken breast for, but most of my recipes I use chicken thighs.
Yeah.
You can buy them boneless, skinless, cut them up, do whatever you want to do, and
So
it
many
works out
different
extremely
uses for it.
well. Oh, there really are.
Heck, the chicken sausage we make, that's what we ground up. And it's
Exactly.
so good.
John Schultz says I'm doing Yucatan citrus chicken bowls tomorrow. I'd like
That
to hear some
sounds
more about
phenomenal.
that.
Yeah, you have my attention.
That
John
sounds
Schultz,
phenomenal.
you have our attention. Please send us pictures and recipes of this concoction.
All right, so what we're doing is browning the chicken right now. I'm actually going to throw this lid on, let that vent a little bit and cook.
I'm gonna tell you, everybody needs one of these enamel
I will
cast
absolutely
iron
say that as
thing
well.
situation.
Is that one large or La Cruzette? What is it?
Man, that is the Sam's Club special.
Oh, okay.
Oh, members mark.
Yes, sir.
I got you.
And I don't know what brand it is. I don't remember. But when I bought this one, and I don't know if they still do it or not, but when I bought this one, you got this size, which I think is a 12.
About an 8-quart. isn't it?
About an 8
8
quart.
quart. 8 quart. And
Yeah.
then you also got a 4 or 6, and I don't remember.
Oh,
You got two
like a
of
little
them.
rotel pot.
I was going
Yeah.
to say the same.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about, baby!
I didn't know it popped out. And you said,
And you got both of them. You got both of them.
That's a deal. I don't care what you said after that. The price says that's a deal.
that's the deal.
You got both of them for $39. Yes, sir.
God.
And
That's
I
like
bought 2
info,
sets
Mark.
of them.
I
I
bet
took
you did.
one of them to my duck club
Yeah,
and left it there.
yeah.
And so we have a big and a small pot at the duck club.
That dude was in my camper. He went somewhere in the camper with me. And like the next day, he called me in a frenzy. I think I left my pot in your RV. I'm like, yeah, you did. He's like,
You're right.
good. I was worried.
John said he will. John said he will share pictures and recipes. So I'm good with that.
Nice.
Zach Parker said he's doing verde pasole tomorrow.
Pasole.
Pasole? Did I say that wrong? Of course I did.
That's like a hominy soup.
Hominy soup. I'm down with that. Just tell me it's grits.
Yeah,
Just tell
like
me
whole grain grits.
whole grain grits. That's it. That's all. My mama's watching. Thanks, Mom.
Hey, if somebody over there can lift this up, lift the camera up.
Yeah, let's see what this
I want
inside
you
of this
guys
pot
to-
looks like.
to see
G-Man,
this.
G-Man's here. Look at that.
Whoa.
That's it right there.
What all was in the marinade on that there chicken there?
All right, so
Marinades.
it's a dry marinade, and it simply, literally, was my chicken rub, which includes a little bit of thyme.
You can smell the time really coming out in it.
Yep, some salt, some pepper, some coriander, just a very little bit of cumin, some white pepper, some black pepper. Like I said, it's something I use for my competition
I
cooking.
think G-Man missed his calling.
I'm telling you.
He should have been a cameraman.
So, as soon as that gets browned off,
Turn back this way unless you don't want me on camera. That's completely fine. Yeah,
I think it's okay
Good.
where it is.
And tell them what you're cooking on.
Alan Millette said that looks better than a government check. I make the jokes here, son. That's too funny for this show. Go ahead.
He just mentioned that we were cooking on an induction eye.
Yeah,
So,
which we've used plenty of times on the
Exactly.
show. But yes, it's a great tool.
but
to
the
have.
induction eye, it either has to be stainless steel, cast iron, or if it's aluminum, it has to have a steel bottom. Because whatever touches the surface is what conducts the heat.
Mhm.
And if you take this thing off, it stops.
Yeah.
When you put it back down, it starts again. If you put something with aluminum bottom on there, it completely shuts down. It will not.
It has to be magnetic.
Right. Has to be magnetic. It will
Yeah.
not conduct the heat unless it is magnetic.
That's some of that science.
And it gets hot that quick.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It is the fastest way to heat anything
And
that you want to heat.
efficient. What they don't tell you though, until you get one,
Yeah, we were talking about
Is
that
it-
earlier.
they don't make one of these this big around. What I'm not trying to get at is your big pot that you want to put on there. No, it's got to match the size of the ring that's on here,
Yeah,
or no way no.
No
Right.
bueno, huh?
Well, that's interesting you say that because I've got a big frying pan and my induction one's only this big, but it fits and it works.
Hmm.
I guess it's an old one, so it
Maybe so.
they didn't,
Yeah.
they didn't do
We
the
had a
advance.
bigger.
I
we
put
had
a big
bigger
one on here and it doesn't work.
Yeah, yeah.
We had a few bigger ones that, like they were commercial though, at Rhodes when I worked at the college and inside their residential dining. We had some bigger induction cookers like that.
The great thing about these is you can adjust how quickly it is cooking by either temperature or the amount of energy it puts out.
The setting
Right.
or temperature. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you literally, if you put something like this on there, you can probably boil water. I've never tested it, but you can probably boil water in 6-8 minutes.
Oh yeah.
I'm guessing, in something like a gallon of water.
That's cool.
So I just cut it back down. We had it at 360, and I cut it back down to 280 because we're starting to brown this chicken. And I don't want to cook it too fast because we're going to add the beans that were cooked earlier today. Well, cooked overnight last night, and heated back up when I got here a couple hours ago. We're fixing to throw those in there, and we're going to simmer this thing for the rest of the show, literally. So
It's just like any other chili. It's always better the later it cooks.
exactly.
And it's like Tuesday spaghetti is always better on Thursday
Yep.
at lunch.
Yep. And this is the same way, guys. I mean, this is like any chili dish you cook. It will be better tomorrow, and it will be better the next day
I'll let
after you've heated
Hey.
after you've heated it up twice.
I'll let y'all know when I eat it for lunch tomorrow.
I'll be sure to post in the
I'll
comments.
be sure to post.
Update.
I'll be sure to post the 24-hour comments.
So right now, so far, what we've done is we are browning the chicken thighs that have been cut up into cubes. I pre-seasoned it. The white beans I cooked overnight in a crock pot, and they have only been seasoned with chicken broth. So far, that's the only seasoning that we have used. And Mark's gonna eat all
All the corner pieces.
All the cornbread. Hey, we're
Cornbread.
gonna make some cornbread for my chili now.
Y'all thought you
You
ain't
got
got
all
all
the
them.
corner pieces. I see how that container got over there by Mr. Lambert, didn't it?
Do you want me to move it over
No,
to
okay.
this
There's
side?
a
I
corner
would
piece
think-
left in there.
All right, G-Man.
He says I usually cook it.
Show this one more time because this is ready. Those are cooked through.
Yeah,
It's boiling there on the bottom, simmering.
yeah. That looks good.
So what we're gonna do, and I'm gonna let G-Man keep that on there while I do this.
Don't splatter the
We're actually going.
Oh, the GoPro is waterproof. Go ahead. I don't know if it's bean proof though.
chicken broth.
Something that. You see how quickly that started bubbling again? Good gravy.
So you see all those good white beans that were cooked overnight, and all that gets stirred in there together.
Oh yeah,
And
those
you
are good by themselves, dude.
You see how that starts bubbling.
Lambert.
Ain't nothing to see here.
So I'm going to take
He's
this
not on
down. I'm going to take this down to 200 degrees,
200. Let it simmer
which
for a
is
little
what
bit.
we can set on
There you
this pot.
On.
And then I'm going to put the lid on.
What about the seasoning?
We're going to add that later.
Okay. Hey man, this is your boat.
We're going to let this simmer
All right.
for about 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay.
And so that's going to pull that chicken juice
Mm-hmm.
and that bean juice together.
Mm-hmm.
And then once that starts to meld together, then we're going to add a little bit of this seasoning.
Yeah. A
Now-
little Maynard special dip.
So this is my personal white chili seasoning. So I've had some white chilies that were kind of a brown color. And when y'all see this at the end of this, it's going to be a very light color.
Tan.
It's going to be tan, almost white.
Eggshell.
When I set out to develop this, I wanted a true white chili. So what this has got in it, it's got white pepper, it's got a little bit of cumin, it's got some garlic powder, it has got some coriander,
Mm-hmm.
it has got some, what else did I put in there? Onion powder. Yep, you heard me say that earlier. It also has, and I don't know if you guys are familiar with Penzi spices.
Real fresh, $1 good stuff.
It is high dollar.
It's
You get
bougie
it.
spice store, that's for sure.
It's a bougie spice store for sure.
You get it at the whole paycheck.
That's
food?
across the street.
It's
Across
across
the
the street. Yeah. But they have got just about any herb or spice that you can imagine, and it is very, very fresh stuff. And so when I'm doing small batch stuff like this, that's where I go get some of this stuff.
I got you.
They have a dried, I think they call it a sun-dried shallot powder.
Ooh,
Mm.
And
I'm in.
so there is a tablespoon. There's a tablespoon.
Dusty's
of
got it. He's got Google out right now. He's on it.
Yeah.
sun-dried shallot powder in here as well. So after this kind of blends together for a little bit, we're going to add about a tablespoon at a time until it tastes right. We're going to start putting that in there. And then the very last step is when it's time, about 10 minutes before we eat, we will put a pint of whipping cream in there. I have a second pint just in case we need to richen it up just a little bit.
If y'all hadn't gotten a theme here when Maynard's cooking, that's part of it.
That's right.
You could say what's it? That's his MO.
That's
Yeah.
right.
That's Maynard.
Maynard's MO is
Heavy
whipping
cream.
Heavy
cream
whipping cream.
and butter.
and souped up bougie cheese.
Souped up bougie cheese.
That's right.
That's right. G-Man, you better bring me a to-go box. And you know who that's from.
Jenny done hit you on.
Jenny done got it, son. Jenny said, I want some.
Oh yeah.
All right, so
Son.
let's get together.
Sleep in the garage.
Yeah, you'll have to sleep in the garage. Joe Wilson said, I bet that rabbit would be solid up in that
Oh, it'd be
box.
solid. Rabbit and what?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Rabbit, white chicken, a white rabbit chili.
White rabbit chili.
Hassan. I had to do that.
Tell Joe Wilson if he'll bring us some rabbit,
Yeah.
I will cook him a pot of white rabbit chili.
Joe Wilson, you better bring the heat, son.
We got to get on that rabbit sponsorship he was talking about.
Yeah. We need to come to Bahia.
He's got that whole rabbit outfit over there that grows all rabbits just for medicinal purposes.
Really?
The meat is like a byproduct for them.
No kidding.
So I can't remember the name of it. Joe, he'll post it in a second.
Yeah.
But it's a big rabbit outfit, and they grow them big toad rabbits like that.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Them big flop ears.
That son ain't got ribeyes on him.
So here's an interesting sidebar. I grew up in Birmingham, Alabama. My dad was a minister. My mom was a school teacher. We had a family in the church that had a son who was, I'm the oldest. My brother's 2 years younger than me. We had a family in the church who had a son that was between my brother and I's age. So he was 1 year younger than me, 1 year older than my brother. They raised rabbits, and I didn't even know this was a thing until we were there. But there are actually rabbit shows.
Oh, really?
Like a
And-
showing pigs and
Like dogs,
Oh,
pigs,
really?
cows, whatever kind of shows there are.
You don't see
And-
that. Well, I remember you used to take rabbits to the fair, and they would
Yeah.
judge them at
Yes.
the fair.
Yeah.
Very, very
Yeah,
similar.
yeah.
Yes, same kind of thing. And so we would, my brother and I, because John was in between us, we would go
Jenny, you're
on
getting
some of
this.
these things with them,
Nothing in
and
it.
they would show these rabbits. And I'm talking about
That's what G-Man
you've
said.
never seen someone more proud
Oh yeah.
than when they won their showing of the rabbit.
With a big old flop-eared buck rabbit.
Yeah,
He sent me.
and
he
it's
sent me the
floppy.
link. He sent me
all
the
kinds of
link
things.
to the rabbit farm.
What was the name of it?
Natural stater rabbit, natural state rabbit. It see that all put together.com looks like it could be natural tater rabbit. It could be natural stater. No, state
Look at
rabbit.
that.
Natural State, Arkansas, I guess. Right?
Bubbling.
Natural state rabbit. I bet you that's it. Chris
Look at that
Barber,
right there.
what's up, buddy? Happy birthday to Chris Lytle.
Oh,
Our
really?
good friend Chris
Yeah,
Lytle
happy
turned
birthday, Chris.
40 today. I thought I didn't know he was that
I
young.
feel old now.
Man, yeah.
Lytle just turned 40.
Lytle just turned 40. My Aunt Sandy's birthday's today.
That's why he's got all that energy. Now I
Yeah.
know.
So happy birthday to my Aunt Sandy and Michael Jordan. It's always his birthday on February 17th. So-
Michael Jordan,
The great one.
the great number 23.
That's right.
That's what that. That's
Did you see?
Huh?
I can't remember the guy
What you saw?
I saw today. Who's the guy that's playing for Chicago right now?
Deron Butler?
He just broke Wilt's record,
Well,
or Michael's record.
he didn't break the record. The one that I saw, he didn't break the record. Michael Jordan has 10 consecutive games where he scored 35 points or more.
Yeah.
This guy you're talking about just had his 7th game where he scored 35 points
Wow.
in a row.
Well,
7th game in a
broke
row.
Wilt's record.
Okay, he broke Wilkes' record. Okay.
Well, there's a
But
difference
he's
because
3 games behind Jordan of breaking Jordan's record of the most consecutive 35-point games in a row.
well, there's a big difference. They actually played defense when Jordan played.
You're right about that.
it's not a scoring contest.
Yeah, there was no scoring. They didn't score like 120 every night. So
All right, so it's been a few minutes here.
Joe Wilson says Pelfrey's
Pelfrey's.
was the previous name,
That's who I could
but
remember.
it's not as sexy as Natural State Rabbit, is what he said.
Pelfrey's was the name I was trying to remember.
Whoa.
So we are going to add this seasoning now. These flavors have kind of melded together. So I'm thinking probably a couple of tablespoons right there. Oh, I can smell that cumin.
Gotta have some cumin and some chili.
Yeah.
It's a good
Yeah.
deal, yeah.
I mean, in my opinion, you cannot have chili without cumin.
No, you got 'em.
So I'm gonna cut this down from 200 down to 160 on our convection, not convection. What am I trying to say?
Induction.
Induction.
Induction
Induction.
here. I'm gonna stir that in. I'm gonna put the top back on for about 3 minutes, and I'm gonna taste it
Oh, okay.
because we may need to add a little bit more of this.
While we're letting that cook a little bit, we're going to talk about our throwdown series real quick.
Yeah, because we got burger coming up.
Yeah. So we had a little wing contest, and that turned out pretty good. And I'm going to put up tonight the points chase after that wing contest. And so coming up March 6th, we got our burger throwdown. Man, I've had phone
So
calls.
you started the points on the very first one
Oh yeah.
Man, why? I'm with you. All right.
because I wasn't in the top 10. That's why.
Well, if you see the list, I'm in the bottom of it. So myself. So we got Steven Jabera and the judge
Oh yeah, this one.
and the and Mike Brown, the chicken wing professional,
You don't like this at all.
That,
that wasn't much fair.
that tied for first. Jim Hudgens, the burger chef,
Yep, still needs a little more, I
is
think.
coming.
But we'll know
I don't
once it
know.
cooks a little more.
That's probably about
Need more
as
spoons?
unfair as Mike Brown cooking wings.
I'll get some more.
We got the burger chef himself coming from Hot Springs,
Not many.
Arkansas,
Not
and
many.
he will be here. And to talk a little bit about that burger contest and how we're turning that in, we're going to turn in a half pan. You're going to turn in 5 individual burgers. Doesn't matter what size, whatever. 5 individual burgers.
Bad deal.
The thing about this contest is going to be eatability. We talked about that at the wing contest a little bit. Eatability. You don't have to stack it up. It doesn't have to look like a T-Rex burger or those monster burgers they cooked out there in Vegas at the barbecue contest.
So at the end of the day, don't turn in a stinking Bloody Mary entry with crap hanging all out of it because it'll get judged down because you can't eat it. It'll turn into a hot mess.
Yeah, I don't want a burger with a beef rib sticking out the top of it or anything.
I don't want one with 2 cups of mac and cheese all over it.
Slather it all over it.
At the end of the day, it's about how well it tastes and how well it's composed.
Move over and get on camera a little bit, Lambo.
Composition is a factor of eatability.
Yeah.
So that's
There
why
you
we want you to turn in a whole burger. It don't, because it's in a half pan. You're turning in 5 burgers. It can't be a monster. It's got to be a normal size. No, probably no more than a 4-inch bun.
Yeah.
And we want the judges. Yeah, we want them to pick it up.
Yeah.
Not a piece of it. We want to pick the whole burger up and how well is the bite that you get out of it, the cross section, the bite, and how well is it composed? The burger's finger food. You pick it up and eat it.
Yeah.
So how well can you eat it in your hands without it getting all over you and without it falling apart? How well is it composed and how well does it taste?
Yeah.
Because, everybody can make a burger this high and make it look good, but you can't eat that. That's a knife and fork, and that's not what burger's supposed to be.
Bacon dripping off.
Yeah.
This is not a knife and fork burger contest.
No.
And so
It's a grab it and put it in
Composition means a lot in this deal.
So March 6th, 100% payout, same as the wing contest. Pay $25, turn your burgers in. Third place gets their money back. Second place gets 30%. First place gets 70%, whatever the pot is. Man, it was an exact tie for first and second on the wings. I think they end up splitting like $355.
Yeah.
So
they split. $710.
Yeah, $710.
They
each got $355.
36 cents.
Yeah, so let me rephrase that. We had 28 entries, and man, just had a good time.
Yep.
And somebody took on some money, a good bit of money.
Yep. 2 of
on
them
a Sunday afternoon.
Who's split? Steve and Mike?
Steve and Mike.
Yeah.
Steve and Mike. Yep.
So we're gonna have a fun time with this, and we're gonna do
Steve, also known as Holly's husband.
Holly's husband.
and the judge.
And he had to run and get a new box.
The cheese jester.
And so you can enter as many times you like. If you want 2 entries into the burger contest, you're more than welcome to do that. Just turn in 10
Several
burgers.
people did that on the wing.
Yeah, several people did that on the wing contest.
Yep.
And so you'll get points, just like in the SEA points, you'll get points on how many ever entries you turn in. If you had 2 entries for the wings and you didn't get in the top 10, then you got 2 points. You get 1 point per entry outside of the top 10. The top 10 goes up from there, and the first place gets 11 points. So,
Yeah, you can't pick it up and take a bite of it and pimento cheese hit your neighbor in the shoulder.
that's right.
You can't do that.
Yeah,
That's marked down.
bad deal.
Yep.
We also need judges. We had
Yes.
5
please.
judges for 28 wing entries,
Too much.
and Mongo was hurt. And I haven't seen a time where Mongo was hurting too many times. Mongo was
And he
hurt.
wasn't the only one hurting.
No.
They were all hurting.
So we're gonna try to
They
have
had to
2
taste.
tables.
We had 5 people that had to taste all 28 wings.
Yes, that's right. And if
And
you
then
ate,
judge them, which honestly isn't the fairest way to do any kind of judging. Because by the time you get to that midpoint, you've had so much food and so much in your mouth, and on wings especially, the heat got
Yeah.
it to where they just couldn't accurately get there where they needed to be. So
And
having twice that many would make it much better.
he's not bitter. He's not bitter.
Yeah, but I do think we need. If we got
we need
25, then we need 2 tables.
Yeah, that's right. Because, I mean, and who's to say we're not going to have more than 25?
Oh yeah, we probably will.
This time. If we had 28 entries last time and more people know about it, then,
Yeah, I was gonna say
We could.
barely advertised last time.
I mean, you're not on Facebook, so you really don't know how much it was.
And then there's
Right
that.
about that.
You trying to tell me I'm not doing my job? You non-Facebook guy.
Write that down. Man.
Write that down.
7:36.
Coming
It's time
soon
to
to
add
a
more
friend
stuff.
request box near you, Maynard.
All right, so you want to put the camera up there? All right, so I want y'all to see that simmering, that bubble right there.
Dancing around.
So
Oh,
here, so I've had some other chicken chilies.
Did you taste
I've
it
had-
yet? After you hadn't seen it but once, have you?
No, I seasoned it twice.
Oh, you already did it
Yep.
again? Okay, I didn't miss it.
So I've had some other white chilies, and most of the white chilies I had looked about like that, which is kind of a medium brown. Well,
This
this is going to do 2 things. It's going to lighten it up and get it to the color I want. It's also going to richen this to the flavor that I want.
y'all notice he didn't even slow down pouring that in there. It's like,
Now,
No, just
the whole
get it in there.
the whole pint is going in, and we might get into the second pint.
yeah. That's what you call that's approaching white bean bisque.
Yep. You're exactly right. That's a good way to put it, Mark. White bean bisque. All right, so see how much that changed the color?
Wow.
God.
Good gravy.
But I'm telling you, the other thing that it does is it really creates a richness in this chili that, in my opinion, can't be replaced with anything else. So honestly, right now, guys, we're going to put this lid back on, and we're going to let that sit until we're ready to eat, because it's just going to
We're ready
be
now.
nothing.
We're ready.
Nothing but get better and better and better
He
I'm sitting over here
added,
salivating.
as we go.
so you added heavy whipping cream.
Yep, I added 1 pint of heavy
Maybe
whipping
one more.
cream.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I've got a second one here just in case we need it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let this cook down a little bit and let all those flavors meld together,
Mhm.
and then we'll figure out if we want to add a little
Yeah.
bit more.
My Uncle Jeff just asked what did he add. So I had.
Maynard travels with like a 12-pack of heavy whipping cream.
Yeah, some people carry their own salad dressing. He carries his own whipping cream.
My own cream. That's right.
Butter, cream, and cheese. All in there.
Hot sauce, whipping cream. Yeah, I got it.
We got a cheese queen
Yeah.
in this group of folks that hangs out with us.
He's
I've
heavy whipping
got
cream.
to be the cream.
The
King.
Dairy King.
The Dairy King. Yeah, that's it. Also, let's talk about some things, Mark. What you have going on? You just did a class up in the Chicagoland area. And speaking of classes, you have one coming up in April. At the end of April, it's posted on ssomd.com. Need to go check it out. It's happening out in the Lynchburg area,
Mulberry, Tennessee, which
Mulberry, Tennessee.
is kind of closer to Lynchburg, but between Lynchburg and Huntsville.
Okay. All right. So we'll be out there the last weekend of April.
Yep.
A beautiful area out there at Byron's Butt Ranch.
Yep.
Is that what he calls it? But it's
He
beautiful.
calls it a barbecue theme park,
Yeah, barbecue theme park. All right. So
but that's a full-on KCBS class. So if you're wanting to get into competition and shorten your learning curve, or if you're already in it and you just want to learn how to finish a little better and increase your scores, then it's good. It'd be a good time. There'll be a bunch of people you probably know. So it's a great opportunity to learn more about KCBS or enter the KCBS market.
Yeah, if you hadn't done a KCBS contest and you'd like to, this is going to be your perfect class for you. And if you have done KCBS and you'd like to know more from a world champion right here, get on ssomd.com and check out the class.
Yep, the one we did in Chicago was all backyard, just chicken and ribs. We did some brisket too, but that was kind of a sidebar. But also, if you can't make that class, you can go to barbecuechampsacademy.com.
Mm-hmm.
And Barbecue Champs Academy, there's a host of different steak cookers and barbecue cookers that you can pick from and watch them in the comfort of your own home, your own easy chair.
And the good thing about barbecuechamps.com, Barbecue Champs Academy, is once you buy that class, you always own it.
Yep.
You can rewind it, fast forward it, go back and check in on it.
And the cool thing, too, is that we're going to go and film a class coming up soon. We're supposed to do it this weekend, but the weather kind of poo-pooed it.
Yeah.
I've got to have good weather to film outside, but we're going to do a Memphis and May class.
Yeah.
And we're going to do it everything from load in to load out. And then not just
you're going to have somebody cussing at you? Because that's my experience.
is this going to talk to you about not how to win, but also what to expect.
Yeah.
And how to make it easier on yourself, how to make it more enjoyable, and hopefully make you win a lot quicker than having to cook for 15 years.
And who else to learn this learning curve from than a 4-time Memphis and May world champion, barbecue know-how, just he's got it all packaged together nice there for you. And at Barbecue Champs Academy, it's going to be really nice.
And that Barbecue Champs Academy is cool too, because when we're there doing that, we're going to film all of the changes that have been made to the KCBS program since we filmed it the first time.
Yeah.
So we've changed a seasoning or two. We've changed a trimming technique or two. We've changed a finishing technique or two. So there are, it's an evolution. As you do this more and more and more, you make changes, you up your game, you increase flavor, you learn how to make things easier. You improve, you make improvements. So when you buy it, it's not like you don't ever get the improvements. We're going to film that, and we're going to re-edit the older things, so there will be updates, and everyone that's already bought it gets the improvements.
Now, is it like in the state, do they have their own access to a community page?
Yep.
And so you have like a Mark Lambert or whoever
we have our
buy
own
the class,
Facebook
you have a
group.
Community group, a private group that you can ask questions and get those questions answered from this guy right here. So if you have that class, then you automatically get accepted into that community group. And I mean, I know I have some state classes under my barbecue library, Barbecue Champs library, and I can go to Matt Overson or John Lindsay or anybody else that I have those classes under, and I can ask them questions and they'll respond back to me. So it's a pretty nice tool to have that you continue to get even after you pay the money.
You get the updates. I mean, when people make changes, he tries to get people in there to keep them up to date, to make sure that you're still seeing what these guys are doing on the circuit currently.
Yeah, that's what I really liked. About like Matt Overson, for example. When he did his video, he was using a PK360. Then he switched to an M grill, M16. I started using the M16. Really loved the grill, and I asked him about how he set his up, on that community page, and so it really helped me. Stephen Krass says, Ashley, did you get the shirt I sent home with Mark for you?
No, not yet, but I'll bring it.
Not yet, but I'm glad you said something.
It's being washed right now, just so you know.
He cleaned up something the Buck did, probably.
No, it was in the back seat, all mashed up with mine. So I washed them both at the same time.
I'm just messing. Yeah, thank you, Stephen. I appreciate that, brother. So we're excited about that class coming up. Make sure y'all go to SSOMD and take a look at that KCBS class. We do have spots for individuals, and then if there's a spouse that you want to bring along with you, it's not at full price. So there's a link for that too. If anybody needs those links sent to them, look on our Facebook page.
If you've ever watched the bull sheet or watched pictures from that you look like it's kind of at an outdoor setting from the guys during the Jack Daniels. You see the pictures posted on the news, barbecue news, or on the Facebook. Well, a lot of those pictures you're going to see from people who are at the Butt Ranch party that he has out there. And Byron's doing the cooking for this deal, so it's always some really good food. Whether it's he's a monster at fried shrimp, but he also does fish, but he specializes a lot in cooking that real good Tennessee style whole hog.
Well, the barbecue theme park looked really nice of the pictures I've seen, and so I can't wait to. I told you I was going to go out there with you, so I can't wait to go out there, man. It's going to be nice. We need to have some kind of. I didn't talk to you about this. We need to have some kind of like old school backyard grilling classes. And stuff.
Yeah,
we can
absolutely.
do that, and so if you'd like to see that,
I think we need heavy whipping cream 101.
Yeah, Maynard heavy whipping cream 101. That's right. Are you going to do them legs? I can't seem to get it right. What leg? Oh, chicken legs, I guess.
There is an update to the leg program.
There is an update, he just said. So, yeah. Big Jim, congratulations on your rubs, man.
G-Man.
Y'all go check out Big Jim's rubs. He's got a new Facebook page, a new logo, and he's got a citrus rub coming out here pretty soon. So y'all go check out Big Jim Hudgens. He had a steak and more rub. Now he's got a citrus and a chicken and fish rub. I mean, it's going to be all kind of legit Big Jim stuff coming out with.
It looked like he changed his logo and all.
He did. It looks real good. Got an American flag, all kind of American stuff behind him. America. Big Jim is one of our great veterans of this country, and so we appreciate Big Jim and everything he does. Oh yeah. So we got a little cornbread cake. We got
some cornbread there.
And don't let anybody give you no crap about sweet cornbread. If you got savory, salty, that's what you need.
Yeah.
And like I said, my best friend at the time, he was my best friend in the whole world. Name was Eric Haynes. I called him Scooby. It was a nickname. And he absolutely would not cook sweet cornbread. He said, that's cake. And that's what he called it. But like Mark said, when you got something salty, savory, something sweet like sweet cornbread goes extremely well with it.
Well, what's better than milk and cornbread?
Yeah.
And you got this is real creamy,
Exactly. The other thing that I like with it is sour cream. We have some bougie cheese.
Bella Vitano.
Oui, oui. And we also have some sliced green onions. So, honestly, guys, I think it's probably ready. We're going to set that
before this show. I probably didn't eat a handful of things that I couldn't pronounce, and then when we started doing this show and people started cooking and introduced me to different things, I eat all kind of things I can't say. So, Bella Patano and what other angel biscuits he makes, and Bandi, whatever, Honda Yucca.
So here's my thought.
I can't say it if you spell it out in front of me. I need some. Yeah. Rosetta Stone can't help me, son.
I'm thinking 2 or 3 of those.
Man, I'm glad I brought some sturdy bowls. You can double them up if you need to. Look at that right there, son.
How does cornbread fit in there?
Yep.
It's on the bottom, ain't it?
Yeah. Cornbread.
He just lays in there.
Lays it on the side.
On.
Yep.
That's it, brother.
Get up
That's
on
what
it.
I'm talking about. All right, so who gets the first one?
Greg don't, because he's got cheese
Greg
on
don't. He can't have cheese.
Oh,
Dusty can.
We'll make one without
Dusty
cheese
get that
for Greg.
one.
Or G-Man.
Or G-Man been the
Dusty or
camera.
G-Man, either one get that one.
You can get cheese.
Oh,
Goes down, comes back up.
like a roller coaster.
I'm gonna give you that and let you make it for yourself.
Anybody wants any hot sauce? Here it
Oh,
is.
sure. Man, yeah.
Look at that. Look at that.
All right. I'll let you make that
Chicken chili bisque.
one. To be a real bisque, all we need is some
Little sherry.
some cognac or
Mhm.
some sherry.
Probably wouldn't be bad either.
No,
Hey,
no,
Maynard,
I can't imagine it would be bad.
Hey,
you
stop me
put
with
some
them pieces of
basketball
cornbread
in
with
there.
that.
Stop.
G-Man.
That cornbread ain't holding up on no fork. Barely.
Why do you
Be
put
careful
yellow
with
can?
that, man.
Yeah.
Huh?
Why do you put a yellow can?
Yeah. It could have been some yellow can in there.
They making fun of me over here for being a Cajun man.
Hey, I ain't making fun of you. You can put yellow can in anything you want to.
All right. There you
All
go.
right.
You know I'm down with that. Oh,
Dude.
speaking of Cajun flavors,
Yeah.
if y'all hadn't got down on, it just came out. You got to check out Joe Wilson's
I'm good.
Tail and Tater.
Oh yeah.
You got to check out Joe Wilson's Tail and Tater. It's available at Townsend Spice. And also, we just got in 2 cases of it at Big Muddy Outdoors right here in Olive Branch. So y'all come check us out. If you're here local, come get it at Big Muddy Outdoors.
I can tell you
That's right.
right now, I
What's
ain't
that?
never had no white chicken chili that good. It's as good as I've had ever.
Hey, what about them smoked jalapenos on top of it?
I was gonna put a dash of it.
That's more than a dash.
Hey, I got more than a dash. I got a big old bowl here.
Oh my goodness, man! You didn't do that wrong, son. If this is wrong, I don't want to be right.
I've had some other chicken chilies, but I've never had anything quite like this.
My wife puts corn in hers.
Yeah.
I like.
No.
I
I can
mean,
see that.
I like it.
Yep.
But man, them chicken thighs make all the difference in the world,
Yes, sir.
man.
Good texture.
More flavor, better texture, in my opinion.
Man, that's good eating,
Mm-hmm.
That's just a big old bowl of comfort right there.
especially on this cool
Yeah.
North Mississippi night.
And it has dropped about 25 degrees since our high today, which I think was what, 65 to 70?
71 was our high.
71.
Let's see what it
See what it
currently
is
is.
right now. 55 degrees.
No, 41,
41
degrees.
degrees. So from 71
Feels
to
like
41.
feels like 27.
Oh,
So that wind is whipping.
I was going to say, oh, you know what? I got to put some
You
of
didn't
this
put no
on.
sour cream
Some
in
sour
yours.
cream. It just ain't creamy enough.
Yeah. Any means it doesn't
Dusty
have
said,
enough-
come on, put some on there.
All right.
There's no way that chili doesn't have enough cream in it. My goodness, man. Those green onions kind of set it off too.
Yeah.
It really makes a difference.
Sour cream.
Really?
Dusty said sour
Let me
cream.
see. It changes the game?
Dusty.
I've got to taste it and see what it's like.
Here you go.
Oh, some sherry in there.
I just want to do a little
There you
drop.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't gonna take much. I want to see how well that really works.
It's worked extremely well.
Okay.
Might have to add it to the rest.
All right.
Oh.
Sour cream.
Dude.
Actually, add some cherry and
But it kind of takes it away
I'm
from
okay.
chili.
Hey,
But it sure is
give me
good.
some of that Louisiana.
No, the sour cream made it.
Louisiana. That's
He just called something different then.
this one.
No, the Louisiana.
It really
Son,
Yeah, it does.
we just standing around here
takes along that stroganoff line of things.
eating some chili. Guys,
Put some dumplings in there too.
Yeah, say it ain't so.
come on, Greg.
Greg over there talking all.
Talking all kind of
Guys,
noise.
this is just like any chili. You can make it your own. You can change this, change that. At the end of the day, It is a very rich comfort food that warms your insides, and especially on a cold night like tonight, fills your belly, gets you ready for bed.
I'm gonna tell you at the
That right
first,
there, dude.
yeah,
I'm ready for that.
at the first of the week, we were sitting there talking about, all right, guys, we're having a show again. What are we gonna cook? And we were bouncing around, and Maynard must have whipped out his weather app and said, "Hey, it's supposed to be about 25 degrees on Thursday night. Let's do some white chicken chili."
Yep.
I was like, "Sounds good to me, brother."
Oh,
This is good, brother. Not like you've ever cooked anything bad on this show, but this is good.
yeah, you could add the sherry to it. It kind of takes it along the lines of from chili to bisque or cassoulet.
It does.
Now you can say some words. I don't know.
I mean, he and I both added some. It completely changes the flavor.
And it still works.
Right.
Because as you know, you got sour cream, and sherry
Yep.
in those things. Easy, Turbo. You all right? About seen cornbread come out his nose.
Mark, do we have any of those big cups?
Oh yeah, there's a box right there.
Something what?
There's a box full of them right there.
Goodness, man. Well, that's why I don't eat on camera.
Thank you, guys.
Man, dude, another
Didn't make a big enough pot.
gleaming success.
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
that was so good.
Otherwise, if you hit the brakes too hard,
Hey,
that's
guys,
all over the place.
Y'all watching, if you can't tell this, we absolutely love doing what we do,
Good food.
the fellowship we have. We also absolutely love food.
Yeah.
I think, honestly, that is one of God's greatest gifts to us.
Yep.
Without a doubt, filling our bellies is something I think God does on a regular basis. Man.
Oh man. And I hit it with a little more cheese that time.
Mm-hmm.
Half the amount of chili, same amount of cheese, and with that,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And that bougie cheese right there is Bella Vitano. You can get it at the K. Roger. And it's one of the better cheeses you'll ever try to eat.
Don't look at me.
So it's along the line of a Parmesan
Yep.
I agree with you. Look,
with like a sidebar of provolone.
my
Yeah.
uncle said that sweet cornbread do it every time. That's why I choked
Yep.
on was that sweet cornbread.
Yep.
Ain't a Delta boy hadn't had too many sweet cornbreads in his life.
I've made white chicken chili before, but it ain't never come close to
No.
this.
It's real good.
I didn't have a recipe that I felt good enough about sharing. So I'm so glad you did.
Boy, I'm about to dip my beard in that.
Dip my beard.
Would you going over to the Santa Maria to shorten it up?
Hey, I didn't say that.
Want some more?
Oh yeah. Oh, come on.
Okay, you only got 1 minute.
Man, time gets away from you when you get your gullet full of white chicken chili. It's Graham over there. Yeah, they're over there. You got to go in the little white one.
You get in.
Cornbread over
There may be some beef bones laid on top of them. Oh, that's good, dude. Man.
I mean, honestly, when you think about comfort food, that's as comfort as it gets.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, when I think of comfort food, I think of that. I think of chicken dumplings, regular beef chili.
Beans and cornbread.
Yep. I mean, it's just one of them things that,
Beans, red beans and rice.
that fills you up. It warms you up.
Makes you feel
Makes you
good.
just feel good.
Just all
Yeah,
warm and fuzzy
exactly.
inside. You kick off your boots, put your
I'm gonna
fuzzy
tell you.
slippers, and grab your whoopee.
Mark Krigler asked about bomb pops.
Man,
This is a sad story about bomb
it's
pops.
a bad deal.
We can't find no sugar-free ones.
No, and you're hard pressed to find a regular one.
They had them at the Piggly Wiggly store the other day.
Did they now?
Pretty stacked up. They even had the banana and chocolate.
That's a fine day right there, boy.
What'd you get?
Raspberry.
Raspberry. Yeah, I got the cherry.
Man, them two stuck together, that's just living.
Yeah, that is. That's living
Those are my
right.
two favorites.
That's right. Well, it's that time again.
Prayer
So-
popsicle.
Prayer and popsicles. We sure had fun, man. It was good to get together with y'all guys again. And we won't do it next week. Well, I take that back.
You might.
Me and
might.
Maynard are going to do something
We
next
might
week.
do it next week.
Yeah, we'll let y'all know.
Y'all will probably call him. Y'all probably wind up with some kind of oxtails or something.
No, we ain't doing no oxtail while you're gone.
All I'm saying, you better freeze some if I'm gone. You do
No,
that.
we're not. We're not going to do that.
In 2-3 weeks.
Yeah. Somebody says, I said, can't wait for grilling and smoking season. Somebody says that. I don't know if there's such a season.
Well, tiny.
Kindy? I do that year round.
I mean, it's not like, when it's 20, I ain't going out and grilling.
Well,
You're right.
yeah.
I ain't doing it.
Barbecue
And if-
maybe, but not
And if you're
grilling.
smoking something, it's going to take you twice as long.
I don't know. I put that Tapacue on it, and then I just set it in the house.
Mhm.
Thank you for introducing me to the world of Tapacue. That's pretty cool.
The only thing I'm doing outside when it's real cold is cooking something in a wok
Yeah.
because I get it done in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Some turbo
Yep.
cooking.
Yep.
Turbo cooking.
That's it. Well, guys,
Lay her down.
let's pray. Our gracious Heavenly Father, Lord, we just thank you for this time together. We thank you for this day. We thank you for this fellowship, this friendship, Lord. Just thank you for this food you provided us. And, Lord, thank you for your grace. Thank you for your mercy, Lord. Thank you for the gift of salvation that we do not deserve. Thank you for your son dying on the cross for us. And if there's somebody out there that don't know that, learn it today. Put Jesus in your heart. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right. Well, guys, episode 40 is down the drain. It took us a month to get here. We're finally on episode 40. Happy 40th birthday, Chris Lytle. Happy birthday, Aunt Sandy. I'm not saying a number because I might have to see you again.
And this right here,
That was fine.
you need to do this.
Yeah.
It
Y'all
ain't
check back,
nothing
save
finer.
it, send it to people you like, send it to people you don't like. Let them have a good bowl of chili, white chicken chili tonight.
That is now on my comfort food list.
That's it. Right up there with chicken and dumplings.
Yes, it's right up there with it.
All right. Thank y'all so much for watching. Tune in next time. I'm not sure it'll be next week, but it might be. And then definitely the week before, we're going to have Columbia night. A week after, we're going to have Columbia night. Right before we go to the World Championships in Fort Worth, Texas. Can't wait. Y'all have a great week. We'll see y'all soon. Mark Lambert.
Peace out.
Always a good deal.
Thank you, Maynard.
My friend Jeff
Killer,
Maynard.
killer meal.
Y'all have a good week. Thank y'all for watching. God bless. Peace out.